Halo Infinite absolutely 100% would need a battle royale mode to be a success.
It's a bit exciting. My biggest hope is that the player base expands and Halo as a franchise becomes relevant again. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want?
Halo Infinite aims to win over the critics.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I'd hope so.
I mean, are you aiming to disappoint the critics? Like,
The creative director had left the project right after that demo showed, and you know, for obvious
which
reasons.
creative director?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of been, it's been musical chairs lately in that job description and a few others on the project. But I'm really excited that Joseph Staten, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Joe Staten is taking over as creative director because he's an OG Bungie member who was very pivotal in the development of Halo 1, 2, and 3.
I did not know that.
Hopefully, he is going to steer that ship in the right direction. I'm really excited to hear he's attached now, and it does actually give me a little confidence in what's going on there. Is it too late in the project to really be totally saved, you know, by someone's direction like that? I don't know. But there are a few things in this article that really do pique my interest. There was a leak, apparently, that told us about the 120 frames per second and the free-to-play multiplayer component. And in that leak, it also revealed the game's going to have a battle pass system for progression, which this isn't surprising because, you know, a lot of really, really popular games now have battle passes. Not surprised that Microsoft would say, hey, gotta have the battle pass. MCC moved to a battle pass system on PC. I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but I understand a lot of people like it.
Free to play, obviously, we know, confirmed already. When you have a free to play game and you've also confirmed that you're not going to have requisition packs, right? You're clearly taking on a new business model. You're structuring your business model similar to what other Call of Duty, what other studios are doing, like the developers of Call of Duty or Fortnite, for example. And it's not a business model if you're not making money. Clearly, there is some plan in place for Microsoft to make their money off of 343's game. While the Master Chief Collection does have a battle pass, it's pretty important to note that the Master Chief Collection battle pass can be completed without spending any money, right? And that's because you paid for the game. I don't think it'll be a copy and paste of the MCC style battle pass system when it comes time for Infinite. I think there's definitely going to be something similar to what we have with Call of Duty Warzone, where there are some items in the battle pass you can acquire for free, obviously to get full access to all the content that is held within that battle pass. You will have to buy into it. That seems to be a business model that a lot of companies are going to now. So I would not be surprised if that's true.
But moreover, there's also a mention of a battle royale mode that's been rumored. I've been hearing these rumors for a while, for a long while. But this seems to be a little more, it says to be taking place on a Halo ring, but it said the rumors were quick to note the directive to include a BR was coming from Microsoft and not 343. That sounds believable. Microsoft looking over the fence at Fortnite and Warzone and going, I want a piece of that. I totally believe that. But in execution, I don't know.
It's important to note that right now, the Battle Pass and the Battle Royale components that this article mentions are just rumors. The other things so the Battle Royale thing, I do see that happening, and it's for two reasons. One, like you said, is Microsoft, they want a piece of that money too. Whether or not Halo specifically needs a Battle Royale, I think has actually been kind of a topic for debate.
Yeah.
As someone that's played Halo for a long time and is a fan of that really vanilla, classic kind of 4v4 arena shooter style of Halo, I personally would not, make my decision on getting the game or not based off of them having a battle royale mode, but I do know streamers that feel that way, and influencers, and I think that they reflect a good portion of the community. I specifically remember Dr. Disrespect saying Halo Infinite absolutely 100% would need a battle royale mode to be a success. Obviously, that's just one person, but when you look at his content and his community, he is a reflection of a large portion of people.
He's also a big Halo fan. Big OG.
He is. He is. If he feels that way in and outside of his community, there's probably a lot of people that feel that way. Battle Royales don't seem to be taking off just quite as much now as they were kind of 2017 to 2019.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
I think over the last year or so, since Warzone released, that was kind of the last, big name on the block as far as Battle Royales go. Since then, you've seen the introduction of other popular games that are kind of back to that arena style shooter, Rogue Company and Valorant, and these other games that are doing a fantastic job of holding relevance as new titles, arena shooters without battle royale games. When you consider the development cycle of Halo Infinite, this game was well into development during the era of battle royale games. If not well into development, the foundation and logistics had already been worked out for the battle royale mode. I would believe that rumor. I think that at this point, and just considering the budget, just
500 million. Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah, it'd be the biggest video game budget.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to assume we will see a battle royale come to fruition.
Well, let me throw this curveball at you. Because I mean, this is something, and we've talked about before. I think we were playing Warzone, and we really enjoyed that time to kill in Warzone. We enjoyed that, like, the armor system, the time to kill felt a little more like Halo in Warzone, which is what felt better about it than a lot of other BRs we had played. And I think I can confidently say, not only would I be cool with a BR being in Halo Infinite, I think I would kind of really fuck with it, honestly. Like, if I had to choose, if I could have a great Halo game, which hopefully this will be, hopefully it will harken back to a more harder core style arena shooter in multiplayer, in normal multiplayer, and also have this BR option for a little more of a casual flavor to it. You get the best of both worlds there. Really, you don't need to add a bunch of items to the ecosystem. You don't need to add a bunch to that weapon or power-up ecosystem. It's just kind of how the game is by default. And to add that into a BR kind of system, I think would actually work really well. I think would actually be pretty fun if executed properly. You also have to think, I mean, I would imagine the framework's already going to be there. They're already doing the open world thing in campaign. I'm sure it's not going to be that hard to take a slice out of that map and say, okay, go wild, in a BR, and
or the whole map.
Or the whole map, which would be that'd be crazy. Yeah, so I think, honestly, I'd be pretty down with a BR in Halo Infinite. If Halo Infinite ends up being a great game and it has a BR, I don't have any reason to go to COD Warzone. I'll be real with you. Like, at least me personally. I don't know how anyone else feels about that, but that's kind of how I'd feel. It's like, well, why would I get off Halo to go play Warzone if Halo has a really good, solid BR on it, to get my fix that way? I don't know. Because I like Warzone a lot, but if something's going to do better, I'm going to go play that.
Sure, and I think that kind of ties back in with what we talked about in our last video, right? Is right now, for all we know, it could be bad. We don't know what the Battle Royale is going to be like because we know nothing about the multiplayer of the game at all.
Right.
Back in the early 2010s, you started to see games incorporate dedicated servers, right? And that slowly, by the middle of the decade, became a standard. Now you have cross-platform play becoming a standard. having a battle royale is kind of a standard in your AAA titles now, right?
Yeah.
And I think just for the sake of checking the boxes, that is something that I would expect to see. You have to have enough content in the game to last 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah.
With the way games are now, the standard they're at, and just the quality of life that is provided to the game and to its players, just having a multiplayer and a campaign and maybe firefight isn't going to cut it anymore. It's just not going to cut it. I would hope they're aware of that.
I mean, I think that's kind of maybe a little bit where the title comes from, is it's a bit of a multiple meanings. I've heard many times Halo Infinite is supposed to be this platform that they're going to be iterating upon over the next couple of years. I think a lot like what Call of Duty is going for now. I'm shocked that we're seeing Cold War and Warzone mesh and content is overlapping and ranks are overlapping. Like, that is something I never thought. And Modern Warfare as well, you're right. I never thought I'd see the day that you would be incentivized not to just right away just hop right off of the last COD. You know, like, there's a reason. Like, if you want to stick around on Warzone, or you want to stick around on Modern Warfare, you're not punished any which way. There's this overlap now. And I'm shocked to see that. I never thought we'd see that. I think Halo is going to be trying to move towards a similar setup where, you know, it's not like they're going to release Infinite in 2021 and we're all going to be like, you know, a year from then, like, all right, when's the next game coming out? It's like, no, this is the game for a while. Like, this is just going to be updated and added to and built upon.
343, and not just them, but Bungie as well, they have no issue following trends historically, from armor abilities to loadout selection to battle pass systems in the Master Chief Collection or requisition packs, which at the time of Halo 5 we were seeing loot crates in Overwatch and supply drops in Call of Duty, right?
Yep.
We very clearly see that they have no issue following trends. I would hope that in this instance they do capitalize on following trends for things that are going to be beneficial to their player base, right? As far as their business model goes. Whenever you have an opportunity to benefit the consumer without damaging the company, I think it's important to highlight on that, because I feel like so often we see, I don't want to say the developers, more so the publishers that make these decisions, but like changes to the game or the business model, typically it's just something that kind of benefits the publisher, and if it benefits the consumer, it does so collaterally, and that wasn't the original intention. But I do think there are opportunities here to benefit both the company and the consumer, and I really hope that they make the most of it, because
I agree. Yeah, I feel the same way.
I do think that free to play is going to help, but ultimately, like, the game has to be good.
Yeah, and you know, that game, and that really circles back around to that big question that we posed in the last video. What is that gameplay going to be? We don't have a very great indication of that. So I can believe all these things we're hearing. Oh, it's a battle pass system. Oh, there's no microtransactions. Oh, it's free to play. Oh, there's a BR. Like, all these things are making sense. It makes sense when you think about it. It makes sense when you think about it in the grand scheme of things with the current status of the industry and what's really successful right now. All of those things considered, I actually think so far it seems like it could be the right move. It could be the right direction. I never thought I'd see the day a Halo game would go free to play, but here we are. It's a bit exciting. Taking down that barrier to entry, my biggest hope is that the player base expands and Halo as a franchise becomes relevant again. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? If it's free to play, more people are going to download it. We saw that with Warzone. We saw that with Fortnite. Every single time. We see it with League of Legends. Like, it works. The free to play model, it works to get people engaged and hooked. And if you can keep them playing with a good game after they download it, it's actually a good game and they want to stay on it, that's it. You're gonna make your money. You're going to make that money off those armor coatings and weapon skins like they're planning on doing. You're gonna be allowed to pay for weapon and armor coatings. You don't have to buy them, but you can. It's gonna be that kind of thing. I think that's the move, and I think we could see Halo, you know, hopefully breathe new life into that player base, engage some new fans to the franchise. Hopefully it can go toe to toe with COD and Fortnite and be hot again. Thanks so much, guys, for watching and listening. If you want to see more videos similar to this one, please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about Battle Royale in Halo Infinite. Are you excited? Are you not? Why is that? Let us know. Thanks so much. We'll catch you on the next one.